Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgie Man and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 197. So, what do you think about this week's chapter? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I thought this week's chapter was awesome, and the main reason is because we get some closure with this whole entire fake Chainsaw Man subplot that has been building up pretty much since the entirety of part 2 for the most part, as well as we get to see more insight to the Death Devil and what kind of power she has. Which is very fascinating, and I can't wait to see how pretty much this fight that they're pretty much building up to will pay off hopefully next chapter, because it definitely paid off this chapter. Now, before I go any further with this week's chapter, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my anime and manga, as well as all my Chainsaw Man content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts off right where we left off, which pretty much is the fake Chainsaw Man confronting both the Death Devil and the guy that was next to her. And we see that right from the get-go, he's like, yeah, hey, I'm here to protect you. She is the Death Devil. I will defeat her and you can step aside. And the guy's like, no, I think there's a misunderstanding. Like, I don't think we gotta escalate anything. I think you got everything wrong. And then the Chainsaw Man is like, nah, I think I got this right, bro. Like, trust me, bro. And we see that right from the get-go, my man leaves and he's like, okay, I'm gonna fight. And this is where we see the Chainsaw Man like starts fighting back with the Death Devil, and the Death Devil like kind of throws hands. She's like, okay. And we see that right from the get-go they're about to like, you know, start fighting, and it's not so much of a fight because she just gets demolished by the Chainsaw Man almost instantaneously, which is hilarious because I was like, wow, he just like speed blitz her. She got low diff, and it was great seeing all that. And that's all that was happening, is that pretty much the guy's like, wait, I think you got everything wrong, man. I think she was just maybe just like a cringy girl. And the funny part is that the Chainsaw Man, the pretender, he's like, nah, I get everything right, bro. I think I got it for sure. This is my duty. I was actually created to, like, you know, protect us from the Nostradamus. And she seems to be one of the main reasons for the destruction to happen. So my whole, you know, motive is to stop her and prevent pretty much this Nostradamus strategy, which also brings up the question. So he is aware of the Nostradamus prophecy. And not just that, because we also get some more insight about what this fake Chainsaw Man is all about. And later on, we see that he even admits that he apparently, and he's like the devil of justice and all this. And he says that how he has the Justice Devil inside of him, and he's also Chainsaw Man. So now I'm wondering, okay, what does that exactly mean? We do know that obviously the Justice Devil made a deal with a bunch of people, and that's how they became the Chainsaw Mans, the fake Chainsaw Mans that we saw earlier on during like the whole Barim arc subsection of the church, the Chainsaw Man Church, and all that. So now I'm thinking, okay, this devil, but he says that he has the Justice Devil within him. What does that exactly mean? Because does he mean that he consumed the Justice Devil, and because he thinks that pretty much he is Chainsaw Man? Does he believe that he has the powers of Chainsaw Man, where if you devour a devil, they cease from existence? Because so far I have a lot of questions involving this old Chainsaw Man pretender, because if his powers are a copy and paste of Pochita's, where he also deletes devils, what does that mean for the future of the series? Because he says that he wants to defeat Nostradamus, and he seems to be in the side of justice. So I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, is he just kind of like a wild card? Is he kind of just doing his own thing, or does he have a bigger play later in the story, where maybe the Justice Devil has been pulling the strings, and he has been just shaping up this devil to do their bidding? A lot of interesting factors with this whole fake Chainsaw Man, subplot, and I'm very excited to see how that plays out. Now, an interesting thing is that as soon as, we thought he defeated the Death Devil easily, and I myself didn't think that whatsoever, because I was like, okay, there has to be a gimmick. Like, she's all about death. She's not really gonna die right now, right? And I was correct, because as all that is happening, we see the Chainsaw Man's like, hey, get away from her. And we see like a hand of a remaining hand that was chopped out by the fake Chainsaw Man of the Death Devil. The Death Devil proceeds to touch the leg of the guy that was like training her knives and all that. And as all that is happening, we see that the guy's life is being sucked out of his out of his body. You see him just kind of become like a drying up and aging. And that's where an ability of the Death Devil comes in, where the Chainsaw Man explains that, okay, it seems like, he is literally sucking the life out of you. Literally. Because we see, like I said, this guy like ages up. He looks like pretty much like all dried. He looks like a dried fruit or something. And pretty much as all that is happening, we see that she regains her, consciousness, and she's once again pretty much fully regenerated. And she's like, okay, Chainsaw Man, you seem to have like no special attacks. You just go like physical attacks. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be nice with you. I know you have some karate background or something. She goes on this whole explanation about like how his fighting style is all about, and I was just like, what? What the heck? Pretty funny. And pretty much how she starts saying, after she gets up, she's like, okay, Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna give you a favor. In 3 seconds, I will save you. So like, and she see that there's like a stand up between the Death Devil and the Chainsaw Man Devil, and we see these panels where the Devil's like the Chainsaw Man is like, what are you going on about saving me like in 3 seconds? What are you crazy or something? And we see that as all that is happening, we cut back to like, it seems that they're gonna like have this face that like this fighting. And we see like, okay, like the panel starts like slowing down, and we see that eventually the Chainsaw Man just like obliterates her once again. And it was great. Like she see her head chopped off. It was very, very, very funny. And you even see like her like, oh man, like that's not fair. What's going on? And you see the Chainsaw Man is like, wow, you're like super weak, aren't you? And that's pretty much like in a nutshell how this chapter played out. And now I have a lot of questions, because I'm like, okay, obviously this fight is not over, because we already saw her pretty much get defeated, but she just like regained her, she got regenerated by touching the guy. So I'm wondering, is she gonna touch the guy again? Because from the looks of it, the guy may be still alive. So is she literally gonna suck the living life out of him just to like he'll be like a skeleton or something? Who knows? Also, I want to see how this Chainsaw Man fares up like in power scaling wise, because obviously this thing is like defeating the Death Devil easily, but I don't believe once whatsoever that we have seen all of the Death Devil's tricks, because we do know that she's shaping up to be one of the main final villains. Obviously, my theory has always been, especially in the latest chapters, that actually maybe perhaps the Death Devil is not the final end goal villain, and instead is actually Yoru, because Yoru, like obviously Asa said that she, in one of the previous chapters, Asa did mention that Yoru's plans are like very like sadistic and very demented, and something that is horrible for the world, and she was very shaken up by the whole thing. So I'm wondering what could she do? And maybe, defeating the Death Devil is actually her end goal. Like I said, with Yoru's end goal is to defeat her. Therefore, people will be, there will be an internal suffering because of war, because that's what she wants. Obviously she's the War Devil. She thrives on just war and chaos. So perhaps it will be an eternal chaos through warfare and all that, with no death. So that's what I'm thinking she might do. She might even want to turn the Death Devil into a weapon. Who knows? But the whole Death Devil developments with the Chainsaw Man, like knockoff, like the fake Chainsaw Man, has been very interesting. And I think Fujimoto's taken the story to a very good, like it's positioning the story in a great final climax. I don't know if the story is ending just yet, but I know we're entering like its final stages. But obviously, it being introduced to the Death Devil, the fake Chainsaw Man plot actually coming into play now. So I think there's a lot of great elements that Fujimoto's playing with right now, and I can't wait to see, especially when they do meet up the Death Devil, especially Asa and Yoru and Denji, when they do meet up with the Death Devil, as well as the fake Chainsaw Man, because we do know that Denji has met up with a fake Chainsaw Man before. Maybe this one is the same one that showed up at the during the Falling Devil that saved Denji, because he seems to be like a big fanboy of Denji. But who knows? Maybe it'll come to a point now where Denji pulls up and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you like a copy and paste of me? Why are you like a knockoff version?" And maybe he gets offended, or who knows. But yeah, great chapter overall, and I can't wait to see the next chapter where I'm assuming we'll continue the fight, and perhaps we'll see what the Death Devil meant by those 3 seconds, because I'm still wondering, like, was she gonna like drop a lightning or something? Was she gonna do kind of like an energy blast, or some even like rise the people from the dead? Who knows? But yeah, with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chainsaw Man, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.